Hello fans, welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ. Stay updated with the latest transfer gossip and breaking news.
Today, first news: Ruben Amorim warned Man United selection is a con within repeat of mistake. Gary Neville has warned Ruben Amorim against playing Kobbie Mainoo in a false nine role, insisting that Manchester United need a proven presence up top after their loss to Crystal Palace. Gary Neville has issued a stark warning to Ruben Amorim about utilizing Kobbie Mainoo as a false nine. Manchester United boss Amorim chose to play Mainoo centrally in place of forwards Joshua Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund, a decision Neville suspects was either an experiment or indicative of Amorim's lack of faith in his strikers. Despite some advantages of a false nine setup, Neville doesn't believe this is the answer to United's problems. He said, "When I saw Kobbie Mainoo up front yesterday, I thought Bruno Fernandes was going to play in that position or something. Alejandro Garnacho might play up front and Fernandes to the right. When I saw Kobbie Mainoo as a center forward or dropping in, I thought, it's okay that you'll get control of the game. A little bit of what I've talked about here, you can get decent football and it can con you. It can kid you this decent football where you're watching nice passes outside of the box and up to the final third. It's about putting the ball in the back of the net. It's about getting bodies in the box. It's about getting bodies across defenders and making sure that you're really creating chances. And that's not going to happen that much. Everything has to be perfect with Kobbie Mainoo up front and Garnacho and Amad. You've got three quite lightweight players, really talented, good players. But everything has to be absolutely perfect, and I'm just thinking about it from a Crystal Palace point of view if I'm a defender. I'm thinking, I fancy this, I can outmuscle these. They're sharp, but they're not rapid quick. There's no real goal scorers there amongst them. I know they can chip in, and I'm thinking, we've got a chance here. So I'm seeing that team sheet and I'm thinking, we've got a chance." However, Neville also conceded that introducing Zirkzee or Højlund might have posed a more formidable challenge for Palace's defense due to their physicality. He added, "Now, I'm not saying that if they seen Højlund up front, all of a sudden they'll be starting to panic, but they'll be thinking, at least they've got a physical presence, they've got a battle. Zirkzee's a big lad. They're brilliant, these players. I just felt that when I saw that team yesterday, I thought if I was Crystal Palace I'd be fancying it. And I was speaking to Lee Dixon in the truck watching it and I'd be surprised if Crystal Palace don't score a couple of goals, and I can't see how United are going to score. Where's it going to come from?" He also highlighted the need for changes at United, questioning previous selections involving Christian Eriksen and Casemiro. Our second news is Mathys Tel reveals why he made Tottenham transfer over Arsenal and Man United. Mathys Tel reveals why he made Tottenham transfer over Arsenal and Man United. Mathys Tel believes Tottenham were the best option after choosing to reject interest from Manchester United and Arsenal. In the final days of the transfer window, it became clear that Tel would be leaving Bayern Munich, where he struggled for game time. A host of Premier League sides pursued his signature, but it was those on the white half of North London who eventually won the race at the 11th hour. Tel moves to Tottenham on loan initially, but the club can make the move permanent later down the line. The Frenchman originally said no to moving to Ange Postecoglou's side, but a phone call from the Australian manager helped turn his head. Arsenal and United failed to back up their initial interest, with the Red Devils opting against paying the loan fee Bayern wanted. Tel has cited the desire and the commitment from Tottenham as a real difference maker in making his choice. He said, "Why I chose Tottenham? Because that was the best option for me. What was important for me? I felt the commitment. I spoke with the president, Chairman Daniel Levy, talked with the manager. I'm young. I've started to grow up, and this was the best option for me, and I'm very happy. I'm very excited to play with my teammates, for the fans. That's a new challenge for me, a new chapter to open. Very excited about it." Tel also sought advice from two of his former Bayern colleagues, Harry Kane and Eric Dier. The duo have more than 800 appearances for Tottenham between them and spoke glowingly about the prospect of moving to North London. Harry Kane helped persuade Mathys Tel's decision. They said, "If you want to work here, you have everything," claimed Tel. "You can enjoy it. That's good for me, because it's a good opportunity to work, to learn every day." That's what they told me. Tottenham were in need of new recruits, with the club's form over the last 2 months seeing them tumble down the table. They now find themselves in 14th spot after just 2 wins in 12, but Tel's arrival may help add more speed to their attack. The teenager explained what he thinks he can bring to the team as he added, "I think I am a physical player, fast, technical. I play every moment, every game with my heart. I live with this pressure. I always have to push myself to go up and look forward." Join our new WhatsApp community and receive your daily dose of Mirror football content. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. Our third news is Marcus Rashford hit by huge financial blow as lucrative deal slashed after Man United exit. Marcus Rashford left Manchester United for Aston Villa in the closing days of the January transfer window, and despite still bagging a huge wage, the striker has been hit with a fresh issue. Marcus Rashford could be about to lose around £1.5 million following his move to Aston Villa. The Manchester United forward completed a sensational switch to the Midlands in the closing days of the transfer window after he was banished from the first team by Ruben Amorim. Villa are set to contribute a huge chunk of Rashford's wages during his 6 months with the club. Reports have suggested they will pay a minimum of 75%, while that could rise to up to 90%. And while Rashford will still continue to rake in his £315,000 a week wages as normal, his bank balance will still be hit. According to Mail Online, the 27-year-old will see his earnings with sportswear giants Nike dramatically reduce. Rashford has been in partnership with the American brand since 2021 after signing a lucrative 7-year deal. That contract could be worth around £1.5 million to Rashford per year, but that could now be dramatically lower. The forward's parent club United were considered a Category A club by Nike when he signed his deal. But he has moved into a lower band by moving to Villa, with Nike having any potential pay between each club category. Players at the bottom end of the scale boast potential earnings of just £50,000 per year, a huge decrease on Rashford's earnings. It is also suggested that Nike would be eligible to reduce the striker's pay even further. They apparently have the power to request back some of the signing-on fee that he received 4 years ago. His lack of appearances and goals for United recently, as well as reduced England opportunities, could also see Nike dramatically slash Rashford's wages. And while his pocket may have been hit, the forward has explained why he was convinced to move to Villa. Speaking after the move was made official, he said, "It's an ambitious time for this club and a great opportunity for me to join the team and help them keep pushing forward. I'm excited, can't wait for the first training session and obviously the first game." Unai Emery is a top manager, and what he's done at the club since he's come to Villa is unbelievable. It's the constant ambition that's attractive, and it's why you want to join such a club. You want to keep improving year on year, and that's what the team has been doing and are doing this year. Our last news is so excited that's Man Utd's warning from Cristiano Ronaldo and £97.5 million signing after Paul Pogba invitation. Rio Ferdinand has called on Manchester United to explore bringing free agent Paul Pogba back to the club as he nears the end of his doping ban despite his checkered history. Rio Ferdinand has called for Manchester United to give Paul Pogba a chance to revive his football career as his doping ban nears an end. The Frenchman, 31, was handed a 4-year suspension following an initial ban in March last year, but can now resume playing next month after the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, reduced his punishment to 18 months. Pogba is currently without a club after Juventus terminated his contract last November, although he is free to train with clubs now. Ferdinand believes Ruben Amorim should extend an offer for him to train at United, a club where has had 2 previous spells. On his show Rio Ferdinand Presents, the Red Devils legend said, "I'd say to Pogba, come in and train with us, let me see what you've got. I'd do that. I would have done that already. Come in and get fit." Ferdinand added, "I'd also have a look, if he's in a position to be re-signed." There would be understandable wariness about the idea of Pogba returning to United following his lackluster second spell at the club, especially considering United forked out £89 million to bring him back from Juve after allowing him to leave for free just 4 years before. Football history is littered with reunions which failed to pan out as hoped, including at United. The long-awaited return of Ronaldo to United soon turned sour after his 2021 homecoming. Despite showing glimpses of his old magic during Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign, his second stint saw a bitter exit following a clash with Erik ten Hag and his notorious Piers Morgan interview, which saw him slam both his manager and the club's owners. Ronaldo, who turned 40 on Wednesday, will always be a United legend, but his Messi's second departure did no favors for his legacy. Lukaku may not have been everyone's favorite at Old Trafford, but labeling his 2-year spell a failure would be unjust. The Belgian striker scored fairly regularly, and there was no significant financial loss when he was sold to Inter Milan in 2019. Lukaku may not have been everyone's favorite at Old Trafford, but labeling his 2-year spell a failure would be unjust. The Belgian striker scored fairly regularly, and there was no significant financial loss when he was sold to Inter Milan in 2019. But Chelsea is very much a different story. After struggling for first-team opportunities at Stamford Bridge in his early days, he moved to Everton, where he excelled before his time at United and Inter. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors.